Hi everybody, it's Carolyn and welcome back. Sorry I did not have a video for you last week. My poodle Tink, which is my toy poodle, the white one, she ended up having to have surgery. She had a adrenal tumor, and it was just very risky surgery. It was a 70-30 chance of survival, but at her age, you know, she's getting ready to turn 11. We just felt like it was the best thing to do and see if we could, save her. Because if we didn't do anything, then she would have died. And we just found it on a routine kind of checkup that her liver levels were high. And we checked them again. They were still high. And then I did an ultrasound and found that. And it was a very large tumor. So she's still recovering. And I've really been having to keep an eye on her. She's been on a lot she was in doggy ICU. It was just, in bringing her home, she was so pitiful. She's starting to turn a corner now where she's starting to eat a little bit more, and, so she's doing so much better. So next week I take her and they'll take all of her staples out. And so anyway, that's where I've been. But I've promised you guys that I was going to talk about some foundations. And most of these are fails for me. I think there's one in this bunch that was not a fail for me. Now, my skin is, I have more of the hormonal acne, the cystic acne. Also, my skin is, got texture, pores, and I'm a combination skin and aging, So anyway, I went to, and I have all these samples. If I can keep from buying something, because I do want to try them, but I don't want to buy them and take them back. I just think that's a waste, and I don't want to do that if I can get a sample of it. So, with that being said, we're going to start off with, let's see, let's just go with, okay, let's go with this one, because this one was talked about some, and then it kind of died out, and I can understand why. This is the Hourglass, and this is the Stick Foundation. And so what they did was they just cut off a piece of it for me, and so I could be able to try it. And of course there's not much left down in here. For my skin, this just did not work. This showed every bit of texture, pores. It just emphasized everything, every wrinkle, everything. To me, it just didn't glide on well. It was just an overall fail. I mean, as soon as I put it on, I was like, oh my gosh, I hate this. And so I wore it for a little while. I took it off. It was just awful. And then I tried it with a primer. I tried it, without a primer, which is what I did with all of these. And I usually use what I've been using lately is the Hangover RX primer. So these things I'm going to tell you this, to go and get samples. If you want to try something, go and get a sample of it instead of, going in and spending $60 or what have you. Sephora is great. They'll match you. They'll give you a sample of it. Go home, try it out, and then you'll know. And so with these, I'm so glad I did, because not so much. All right. This foundation, when my son got married in 2013, this is the foundation that I wore for his wedding. And it is the Smashbox, I think it's called the 15-hour wear or something like that. I mean, it stays on. I can tell you that. It stayed on. It held up beautifully. It was in August, so it was in the afternoon. Humid south. So it did. It stayed on. It didn't transfer, hugging and that kind of thing with people. But I wanted to try it again. The only thing with this is I can say, color-wise, it is hard to find a shade. They're all very orangey in tone. So this time I picked up the 2.2 and the 2. Looks like 1.5. I don't know. But this did not work for me like it did in 2013. The shade I couldn't, of course, you know, when I wore it in August, I had a lot of color. I intentionally got a lot of color for the wedding, you know, wearing no hose and, you know, a nice dress, this kind of thing. I did, you know, get more color than I normally do. And so the color suited me then. Right now, it just doesn't. It's just, like I said, it's too orange. I can show you, kind of so you can see this one, if there's any on this one. I tried mixing them together. Just didn't work. I don't know if you can see it there in the lid. And this is the 2.2. Put a little bit on the back of my hand. There it is there. And I'm probably going to need a little bit more than that. I don't know. Let me put a little bit more. I want you to be able to see it, but, and you're going to be able to see it, but, you know, see how it picks up all that orange? Well, that's what it's doing for me now. So I don't know if it was just from having, like I said, so much color in 2013. And then this is more my winter. But this is what they matched me to also. But it just, the color shade was the worst part of it. I think this foundation stays on very well. It looks pretty on the skin. The color part is the fail for me. If I could find this in a shade that would work, I would probably buy this one, but there again, not so much. Alright. My friend Melissa, she loves the Laura Mercier cream foundation. Now, I had the old formula, and so that one worked fine for me. So I thought, okay, I haven't tried the new one. And so it's the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation, and I got it in the shade Bamboo Beige. I guess, sir, he thinks I'm talking to him. Now, the shade was fine. There's a little bit down in here. I tried this several different ways. Just did not love it. I mean, it's a pretty, you know, that, well, I'm wondering if I still got a little bit of orange on there. The shade was fine. I mean, it looks more orangey or something on there, but it's not orange at all. But with this one, it just showed, again, pores, lines. It just wanted to emphasize everything. I said it, you know, primer, no primer. I think this is a beautiful foundation, though, but it didn't work for my skin. I have a lot of skin issues. And my face is like really broken out right now because I've been stressed out so much. So I think that's having a lot to do with it. So, you know, this just didn't work out well for me. Not as well as the old formula. I liked it better. So then I did this one. Now, you know, what I tried in the summertime when I'm, you know, I am more oily in the summertime. I'm oily all the time, but I am more so in the summertime. You know, I would get a sample and try it again, you know, because different times of year, my skin is different. Just like, you know, some people's, theirs is like that as well. So, The one that I liked the best, and I would purchase this one, is the Lancome Tint Idol, and this was in 250. It looks like, I don't know if it's supposed to be bisque something. Maybe it's warm. It's got a warm, maybe is what it is over here. Now this one is perfect for me now. This shade, because it is very light, and I'll put some of that on my hand. And I do like the way this one is on my skin. You can see it just kind of blends right in. I mean, it's pretty, it matches perfectly. I mean, when I put it on, I mean, it's perfect. So out of all of them, of those that I tested, this is the only one that I came away with going, do I see it as something that I was jumping up and down about and thinking, oh my gosh, I've found it? No. But I did like it. I don't think, out of the foundations that I mean, my tried and true has been what I have on today, which is the Chanel Velvet. It's in the black, container. I like that mixed with Estee Lauder Double Wear. I like those two together. They just work together. And I do like the Chanel, I mean not Chanel, the Clinique, let me get it because I'm not gonna tell you the right thing. The Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer. I like this one. This works well on my skin. So those are three that I found that work for me. Am I still looking for that one that I think just looks beautiful? Just where it just kind of, I go, wow, I love this, I mean, I do love those. But I just keep looking for that one that's just going to wow me. And I haven't found it yet. I do want to try the Armani fabric. I've heard good and bad about it, So I don't think dry skin people it's for you. But then I think oily combination skin that it would do better on. So I would like to try it. I wish that they, had that in the store and I could just get a sample and that would be, it. But that's not the case. There's more that I want to try, and I'm sure that I will. There's some that I tried a long time ago, and, I haven't tried them again. So they probably see me coming in Sephora and go, oh my God, here she comes. She wants samples of foundations. Because, I do want to find one. I would like to try the Dior Air Spray, but then again, that's something, if I love it, it's so expensive, and I think you would go through it very quickly, that it would just be something you would use for more special occasions. And I don't really have a lot of special occasions in my life. My life is pretty, same old, same old. I mean, we don't do a lot. So, that wouldn't be something that I would need just for a special occasion. So, but I will keep looking, and I'll keep telling you about what, if you want more about them, I can definitely tell you more about them. But I can tell you for my skin, my mature skin and combination, those just didn't work for me. Now, does it mean it won't work for you? Absolutely not. We're all different. That's what makes it great. And we can watch all these different people and see, how this may work for this one, but it didn't work for this one. So we just have to try. And, it's a lot of trial and error sometimes. So anyway, I hope this was helpful and that you have a wonderful afternoon. and I will see you real soon. Take care, my friends, and bye-bye.